Cristoforo is the GOAT, and we all know it. From his sleek black and red outfit to his totally trustworthy eyes and smile, Cristoforo only wants what's best for humanity. Now, hear me out here. Frolova and Scar, they are the true villains, but Cristoforo? Nah, not him. Cristoforo is the GOAT, so let's go ahead and dive into that. According to Frolova, Cristoforo wants to bring about true free will for humanity. This should also include destroying the Lament, naturally. At some point, we'll ally ourselves with Cristoforo, which makes sense because Cristoforo is that guy. He's just him. He's probably the strongest antagonist aside from the Thronodians themselves. Hell, he manipulated Rover and Frolova into fighting as well. Let me explain. You see, Cristoforo was lying to Frolova the entire time. He needed the gem for his and the Grand Architect's plan, but Frolova needed it for her dream as well. Just like how Cristoforo gave Frolova the book to give to Rover. This was all generally part of his tragic plan. Cristoforo didn't even have a fondness for her, saying, "What could you possibly hope to accomplish, Hecate?" Meaning, at the very least, he doubted her ability. As Frolova said, the Fraxidus and her were just using each other. Naturally, this means that Cristoforo is just helping Rover from the inside, and my source? It was revealed to me in a dream. Cristoforo will be playable because he's a GOAT. Unlike Frolova, he's actually going to live as well. Unlike Frolova, he can also keep people alive and save them too. Sorry, Loaf, that's just how it is. Cristoforo seeks to give humanity not freedom, but true free will. At first glance, you might think this is anarchy, the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. However, my GOAT Cristoforo is built different. He's not an edgelord anarchist like Scar is. What Cristoforo wants in reality is to awaken true free will. This essentially means that he wants everyone to undergo individuation and become whole, to abandon the mask you wear in society that binds you, to integrate your shadow and become the self. When your conscious and unconscious mind work together in individuation, that is when you are truly free and capable of enacting true free will. Essentially, for the player, that means facing the outside and touching some grass or taking a shower. Unlike Frolova, there is some legitimate evidence here for possibly something good, and of course there is because Cristoforo is that guy. He is not a king, he is not a god, he is Cristoforo. And you'll remember the name when you next pray and remember the word him. Cristoforo isn't the Aizen of Wuwa. Aizen is the Cristoforo of Bleach. And I haven't even seen a single episode of Bleach to know that's facts, and yes, he can beat Goku. And no, I'm not bouncing and doing tricks on it, I'm just speaking straight unadulterated facts. It's basically just a fundamental law of reality at this point. As a matter of fact, if you zoom in enough on an atom, you can see Cristoforo's him written on it. I don't make the rules. I mean, I do, but we'll ignore that because maintaining the agenda is our top priority. Cristoforo is him. He's basically Hemtaro, Himothy, Himtoforo, Christo, Himothy. Anyway, what's the worst crime he even did? All he did was try to kill the entire civilization of Septimon, right? Well, let's look at the details, shall we? He fished up a Thronodian-made creature that was going to bring about the Dark Tide. That's not evil, that's being a good citizen by cleaning up the environment. See, only good people care about the environment, right? He created a sonar sphere over Septimon and could have just brought about the Dark Tide at any point. He even said it himself that he'll let it run course a few times for Leviathan. But what if it wasn't for Leviathan? What if Cristoforo wanted Leviathan as a gem and for something else? See, all he was doing was aura farming and in the end, helped Rover as well. Hell, Cristoforo even put the Order and Frolova against each other, and now Cristoforo has no Loaf and no Primus getting in his way. All that's left there is Scar and the Grand Architect. And as we've seen, Cristoforo loves to aura farm with Scar. It's like Scar only exists to be Cristoforo's personal Uber so he can farm aura. But even if he was evil and trying to destroy Septimon, then that's okay too. Because he wasn't going to destroy it, but instead, liberate it. Cristoforo was going to liberate it from the burden of existence, and that's okay too. With enough propaganda, lies, and delusion, anything can be real. Even an objectively evil person can suddenly become a good person if you don't take your schizo meds. Though, in truth, Cristoforo just wants the Septimontians to face themselves. He even said so himself. The architects of the tragedy would be themselves. When it comes to stories, Cristoforo loves tragedies, but he doesn't force them. Cristoforo places the people in a setting, and he does things that help the tragedy along, but he does not force it. In a way, Cristoforo and I share a similar philosophy when it comes to stories. You see, I run a D&D campaign and I do the same thing. Much like Cristoforo, I also love tragedies. But it's for a different reason. I like that bittersweet feeling that comes with them, but I also love the little bits of hope that come along that push people to keep pressing on. Above all else, I love the indomitable human spirit, that no matter how cruel or indifferent the universe or author is, humanity will still overcome. In fact, that is part of why I love Wuthering Waves in the first place. In simple terms, you can boil down the story to the indomitable human spirit versus the infinite cruelty of the universe. I, however, am slightly worse than Cristoforo. I want my D&D party to survive until the end so they can see everyone, and everything they cast aside. See everyone they failed to save, see everyone they betrayed and then question themselves. Was it worth it? I like for my stories to raise questions, not just about choices or morality, but questions that help you see more about who you are, what you like, and what you don't like. In other words, facing yourself. For Cristoforo, I wonder what truly drives his stories. He said they're mankind's attempt to rehearse fate. Naturally, this means Cristoforo is going to join Rover's side, so that he can fight against fate, abandon it, and bring about his own free will into existence. Cristoforo is perhaps a key to Rover defeating the Lament. My source for this, by the way, is that I just made it the fuck up. Just because I'm a lore channel doesn't mean I can't have fun and tell some jokes. Anyway, it's also because I hate Camellya, Scar, and Frolova, and I think it'd be funny if out of all the members of the Phyrexidos, thus far, Cristoforo ended up being the only one who helps Rover the most. Frolova is dead, but I still need Scar to die, and Camellya to die. Come on, Kuro, please, for the love of God. I know you can do it. Have Camellya fall to the brainwashing and betray Rover. Have Rover kill her, or have her let Rover kill her as a way to free herself. I need her dead! Anyway, I'm KraNis, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Special thanks to Takoyaki Lover, Wolfmaster256, Icy Sincere 13, and Frosty Frog OG.